Yeah, after watching the film, it was kind of what I thought watching it live. Our guys played really hard. They executed the game plan defensively. What I was most proud of was the fact that we got down 10 in our first game in front of the home crowd and never flinched. I thought everybody kept their composure and just continued to will it away. Getting down 10 with about 8 to play in the first half, and then ended up winning the game by 6. So we got going pretty good there the last 28 minutes of the game. And all in all, again, proud of the effort and the attitude from the guys. Again, those are the things that we talk about and preach about that you can control, and I think we did a good job of that. You got to give hats off to Grambling. I think they're a good team. Like I said, on Sunday, I will not be surprised at all if they're an NCAA tournament team and win that league.
Now looking ahead, it's all for real now, and just the plan for the rest of the week, getting ready for Monday.
Yeah, we'll kind of finish out this today and tomorrow. We had a really hard practice yesterday. The guys practiced well. We'll go again today and Thursday, more working on ourselves, and then we'll take a day off Friday, and then Saturday, Sundays when we kind of prepare. 2 days out is when we really start our preparation as far as, really digging into the details of our opponent. So Saturday and Sunday we'll get into that, get a lot of shots up, so hopefully we can shoot a little bit better on Monday night and be ready to play Monday.
Questions?
I guess for you, what was kind of your emotions going into finally getting a chance to be a head coach, and your thoughts on the first game, and just kind of your feelings about being here?
Yeah, just excited. None of that's changed. It's kind of crazy to believe that I've been here over 7 months now, but that excitement had never left for me or my staff. We're just excited to be here, excited about the opportunity to continue the tradition of winning here at McNeese and going for that third straight conference championship.
Coach, you mentioned earlier on Monday, you thought this team was deeper and longer in length. Can you expound on that a little bit, and the importance of that depth and having all that length that you seem to?
Yeah, from a recruiting standpoint, that's what we set out to do. We want to, our identity is going to be defense. I think over the last couple of years, that was similar with Coach Wade. And we just wanted to kind of amp that up a little bit from a depth standpoint, because we're going to press more, we'll play a little bit more aggressive defensively. Similar style in the half court with switching and things of that nature, but we wanted to be able to create offense off of our defense, which thank goodness we were able to on Sunday, just because we could not make a shot. So we were able to create some offense with our defense, which is always what we're trying to do going into the game plan. And I think that the length and athleticism is what's able to do that, And so we recruit to that. I think the guys did a good job of getting that into the game and ultimately helped us to win.
You talked.
Go ahead, Jim.
You talked about the schedule itself, but games like Santa Clara, games like that, you guys are already looking ahead towards seeding in that kind of, if something were to work out. How did you kind of do your schedule? What do you think of it?
I inherited a lot of it, but I think it's a very good schedule as far as us, playing a very good non-conference slate to prepare us for the conference, but as well as when you're looking at seeding in NCAA tournaments. We play Santa Clara, then you go to play ULL, and then we play in the Caymans against George Washington, who will be a team that's going to be picked in the top 3 or 4, if not to win the A10. Then you got Middle Tennessee State and Murray. I think that I'm reversed that order, but 2 traditionally very good teams, and I think will be really good this year coming up as well. So we get off to a good start, a quick start in November, and then you add going to Rhode Island and Michigan as well in December to round out our non-conference schedule. So I think that that schedule there, if we're able to do what we're expected to do and what I believe that we can do, will be able to get us a good seed if we do what we're supposed to in the South.
What's the process been like for you, bringing in a lot of new transfers and then having a few guys that have been here for a few years and kind of just meshing those together?
Well, I think those guys coming back, I've often said it, that the guys coming back gave us a great core to build around, not only from a getting in the games and winning game standpoint, but a recruiting standpoint. I think that it just solidified that this wasn't just a 2-year run by Coach Wade. It's a McNeese State thing, and we're going to do this from here on out. And with those guys staying committed to the program really helped us from a recruiting standpoint. And then the guys that we were able to add, were really talented that came for different reasons, whatever those may be, but they've been able to gel really well, and they play well together, I believe.
We talked about this a little bit, but just your final thoughts going into the season on, you took over a team that's completely different than Will did in 2 ways. One, it's established a little bit, but 2, there's more pressure. You said you've liked that pressure. Do you still like it going in? That was closer?
Yeah, for sure. That's something that we want to be expected to win every game. That's the pressure that we put on ourselves as coaches anyway. So that's a good thing. That allows us to recruit the team that we recruited. If that pressure wasn't there, if the expectations weren't there, we wouldn't have the talent that we have. So it all goes hand in hand. I think, Will took over a different pressure. He was expected to come in here and turn that around. I don't know that that's not a lot harder than what I'm expected to do. But I certainly, am excited to take on the opportunity, and am glad that the expectations are what they are.
Do you like the fact?
Coach, can you talk on the, if I recall, about half of the new guys have, significant playing time. Some started some games, some had a lot of minutes, about half of them, if I recall. Can you expound on that experience coming in at different levels of basketball, and some higher level than the some? The importance of that game experience.
Yeah, the game experience is huge, especially early. We look to those guys like you saw Tyshawn Archie make 2 big shots down the stretch. He's got that game experience. And then you have Larry Johnson, who never played in a game, go for a double-double. So I think what the guys that have the game experience are able to share that with the guys who don't and help them along the way. And I think that that mix of talent and experience will help us to grow, and we're going to be a lot better January, February, March than we are right now, I can assure you, because of that.
Clearly, you can see it on the court. When you have a guy that has played significant minutes elsewhere, you see the stabilizing force in that.
Sure, you see it on the court, you see it in the preparation, you see it, in their eyes when we're walking out. Some of those guys, it was kind of their first game to ever play in front of a home crowd in significant minutes. So there's some nerves there, and like I said, from that we'll be able to grow and get better each and every day.
I'm wondering, you've been known as a defensive coach. What was the genesis of that? Did it come in the womb? Did it develop?
Rick, that's a great question, because I certainly wasn't a good defensive player. I don't know. I guess that's just always what has excited me is defense. Growing up playing video games and college football, I was always about defense. So I just enjoy great defensive teams. I think it's a toughness thing. I think it's an effort thing. And to me, those are things that you can control. You can't always control whether the ball goes in the basket. And unfortunately, in our sport, that's how they keep score. But I think you can control your effort. And you don't have to be super talented to be a great defender. Maybe that's what it was for me as a player. So I just felt like that's something that you can always do and that you can always have, and that's just kind of what I've gravitated towards.
Do you feel like this team has kind of embraced that identity of wanting to be a defensive team and go full effort every game, never really, even if you are kind of controlling the game, to never keep your, foot off the pedal?
I don't think they've been given much of a choice on that. So yes, I do believe that they've embraced that. That is our identity, and they've certainly embraced it. And like you said, you recruit to that as well. So we knew those guys were going to play hard, and we don't recruit guys that don't play hard. So yes, I do believe they've embraced it, and I'm excited about the fact that they have. And like I said, I thought that showed that we can win games when we're not on our game offensively Sunday, because that's what we did.
Defensively, are you primarily going to be the switching man? And if not, do you have any, what other wrinkles are possible with that?
We'll switch everything when we're in man. We throw out different kinds of presses. We'll have some other zone type looks that have ultimately become man. But for the most part, it'll be something to confuse the offense / take off some shot clock and then get into the switching man. And by the time they try to figure out the play that they want to call, they've got about a 15-second shot clock. I think we had 2 shot clock violations in the exhibition game the other day, maybe one against Tulane. So our goal is to get 1 or 2 of those a game, just to kind of slow the game down, and that's very frustrating, I think, for the other team at times.
We've talked about this before, but a couple of years ago, you weren't sure you would ever get this moment. What do you think you're going to feel like when you come out of the tunnel?
Oh man, again, grateful, I think, more than anything else. Grateful for the opportunity that I've been given by Heath Schroyer, Dr. Roos, and the administration of McNeese and the supporters of McNeese to give me this opportunity. That would be my first word that I would describe it as. And then again, just excited. I'm supposed to be, I guess I am a grown man, but we still get excited about these opportunities each and every day. I think that's what makes it fun, and that's why we do it. So I'll be super excited, kind of like my guys that'll be running out as well.
This game is so centric around the three-pointer. The numbers from the first 2, and those are obviously just preseason games. But how confident are you that you will be able to have that at your disposal, the three-point shot, even though the numbers haven't shaken out early in these?
I think I'm very confident. We made 10 against Tulane. We only made 4 against Grambling. I think there'll be nights like that again, but that's why we play the way we play, because if they are going in, we'll win big, and if they're not, we're still going to have an opportunity to win the game with defensively. But I think we got a very good shooting team. For whatever reason, we did not shoot it well on Sunday, but I think that that'll come back as the season starts.
Good.
One more. for you.
Yeah, go.
Health of the team. You mentioned I believe Colbert might be coming off 2 weeks of a surgery, but overall the health is good.
Very good. Colbert had his best day of practice yesterday, and it's going to be each day he gets better and better until he's comfortable. He's 100% healthy. It just takes time to get your timing back, to get your rhythm back, and your confidence back. Other than that, we're pretty healthy for this time of year.
Good. All right, Coach, appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.